Hey, hi, hello, good afternoon. Hope your weekend has been treating you well so far. And got loud noises coming, so I gotta mute real quick. Give me a moment. It's past. Anyways, I spent yesterday just like going out and doing a whole bunch of holiday shopping, just like getting presents, cause wow, like it's pretty much the weekend before. I know next week is like the actual last weekend, but I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out then. You imagine, uh, it's gonna be a big rush. Probably a bunch of other people out there, and they're probably tensions will probably be running high because they gotta find that last minute present. So I got everything done this week. I did a good amount of shopping online. I actually got like a couple of the things in today, and the rest should be coming throughout the week. And yeah, now I can just like kick back and relax for the rest of the week and prepare myself for a big holiday trip next weekend. But for now, I'm taking another trip. We're gonna take a trip all around a couple of environments in Soulstone Survivors. Get in here, shall we? So, biggest change I can think of is the skill tree. If you may have remembered from last time, you only had like the central area. It was like pretty easy to fill out. But now they've expanded it greatly. Every character now kind of has their own specific skill tree, which gives them some specific abilities. You can unlock some global ones that benefit all the characters, and also unlocks kind of like their class exclusive mechanic, which is all pretty cool. They did change to their runes as well. If you remember last time, it was only they could only equip up to 5 regardless, and you were limited by runic power. Now they've divided them into 2 categories. You got the versatility runes, which kind of more affect your skill loadouts and things around that, and you can just have up to 3 no matter what. They don't cost you any runic power. And you have tenacity, which actually affects your stats and the way your effects on in battle and stuff, and those will cost runic power as usual. I don't think they've added any new characters. They have achievements. I know profiles gotten a few additions, like you can now check your prior runs and see. Time to pick a stage. Actually, I should probably look at materials. Let's look at materials. Let's see what I need to gather. All right, we'll go to wherever has tin. Which I think is stage 5. Okay, yeah. Can get a preview. Hello. Oh boy. Come on. Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's working. I wonder if my mic. I need to replace the mic cable. Now it seems like if I bump it even a little bit, it just like craps out for a moment there. But yeah, this is... If you've played Horde Survival, this might look familiar to you. Just crowd enemies coming to you, and you gotta fend them off. Collect little experience gems that are on the ground to increase your level. And you'll get abilities and stuff. So this is another big change they had. You might remember in the early versions, they just had like a big wall of text that kind of described all the effects. But now, all the technical details are in a nice, neat list and very spelled out to you. So you don't have to kind of guess how far you are in a certain ability. Might go with a banish here. Yeah, like any good Horde survival, you do have like a variety of ways to kind of manipulate your selections at hand. You can say banish a certain ability, make it so that it doesn't appear anymore. You can also reroll, which kind of just sets you up with a new list. And one I like is lock skill, right? If you got like 2 good choices on here, like, oh man, I can't pick one or the other, you can just go, all right, I'll pick the other one next level, and hope you don't get dealt another good choice in the next level. But I like multicast, so we'll get multicast. Yeah, I think what sets Soulstone Survivors apart from the other ones is that it reminds me a lot of like a Diablo, right? You see the abilities there, kind of like an ability bar on the bottom, and every few levels you can pick a new skill that will just pop off automatically. Right, it feels like an automatic Diablo, like everything's at auto attack, which is pretty cool. I don't normally take area of effect abilities. Oh wait, I gotta say, but if it affects all of them, then it's not so bad. But you've got multicast coming up, so we'll get that one instead. Yeah, we're actually gonna go with apply slow. Ooh. No chaos, so I'm actually going to reroll. Try that again. Maybe another one. Alright, screw it. We're just going to take might temporarily. If we can't get ourselves another chaos skill, we'll get we'll get a buff. Yeah, depending on what character you have, different kinds of skills will be available to you. So, for example, the character I'm controlling right now is a Chaos Bringer, so in addition to Chaos-type magic, they can pick up magic from other classes like Fire, Ice, Lightning, Shadow. Oh yeah, we'll get this one. One thing I did notice is that they changed the way chaos magic works. It used to be that they would inflict a random ailment, but now they have their own kind of thing. So you can hold Q for more details, but yeah, so if you use the skill, then you have a chance of just casting another skill instantly, but no chaining from that, because the chain skill won't trigger chaotic yet again. Oh my god, damage increase. I love it when you get something like this. It's all orange, just like, yeah, we're gonna give you a big buff to all your skills. 50%. Yes, please. Oh man, okay. Well, this is what I have rerolls for. What if I just took Arcane Power? We'll just take that for now. Actually get crit damage. So as I said previously, each class kind of has like a class-specific mechanic now. The Chaoswalkers is kind of like chaos energy. Like as you kill enemies, you might randomly have a chance to kind of build the meter at the bottom, and then once you feel like you get enough, you can walk to a tower and then get yourself a buff, depending on how many bars of the chaos meter you have filled. Nice thing is that each character kind of has like a unique mechanic. So they're not all, hey, accumulate resources, go to point. Some others might have like sort of different means of acquisition, different kinds of buffs and things like that. Now, the only disadvantage I would say about that is that some of the mechanics are just not as good as some others. If I want Chaotic Bolt, should I just like stick with what I have? Multi-cast chances pretty good. I shouldn't sleep on that. Could probably boot one of these. See, that's Disarray. It's a projectile. What does Disarray do again? Increases all damage received by a random amount between 1 and 5%. I like a... Oh, that also causes Disarray. Well, maybe I'll swap this one out. Get more projectiles out there, especially one that can like bounce between enemies. But yes, some of the class mechanics are better than others, only because they're a lot easier to trigger. The one I hate, when I'm not like the biggest fan of, maybe I'll play next, so you can see what that one's all about. Bit of a shame, because like I think everything else about the character's pretty great. It's just that their mechanic means that you might as well just be playing regular Soulstone Survivors without the mechanic, because you're not going to be able to trigger it most of the time anyway. I mean, the devs have been taking that kind of thing into account. I know some other mechanics have been changed in response to this kind of thing. And I guess I forgot to mention like the way progression works. You have to kill like a certain number of enemies noted in the top right corner. And once you do, you'll fight Lords of the Void. They're kind of like mini bosses, and there's a selection of them. You can defeat them, and then the round goes on. And you do that like 5 times, and that will be a stage clear. I always like those skills, the ones where they're like, yeah, if you apply one ailment, you'll get a chance of applying another ailment. You can really start stacking ailments if you get enough of those. Go with lethality. Too bad it's not like a Fire Emblem lethality, a chance to insta-kill enemies. Although I guess increasing crit kind of gets you kind of there, maybe. Yeah, I'll go Relentless. One thing I do appreciate is that the updates have also kind of gone to great lengths to make enemies in each area unique, so it's not always the same generic set as it was at the start. It's pretty cool. Alright, we're about to approach our second set of Lords of the Void here. Here we go. And, oh man. Okay, we'll go with multicast. Break them apart. Damage increase for sure. Oh, you know what? I should probably grab a buff. A chance to apply that, and oh man, I could use hypothermia. Oh, but this is an area modifier. By lasting. Nope, definitely going... Don't need to blow a lock on that, for sure. Nice part about those giant soulstones you're collecting is that, Oh yeah, multicast. Yep. They also work as, like, magnet power-ups, so they'll gather all the experience that's on the field, so... It's really fun just seeing all the experience fly to you and you just get a bunch of level ups. Hypothermia is like pretty awesome because anytime you slow an enemy, it gives a chance to stack fragility, which is a damage increasing debuff on the enemy, which means you can kill him faster. It's nice like that. Yep, we'll get that. Goes faster movement. One of the things that kind of drew me to this game is the low poly look of it all. It reminds me a lot of RuneScape. Did I mention? Have I mentioned that? But yeah, it's like RuneScape Diablo blend, right? It's like RuneScape with the visual style, and Diablo is kind of the diagonal downwards view, and the way you have that ability bar on the bottom. You got a variety of skills your character can use, kind of like Diablo. What Diablo games has like everyone played? I think I've played 2 and 3, although never to like any great extent. I had a friend who was like super into Diablo 2, and let's say 3 didn't win him over, especially at the start, and they really hadn't returned to it. I'm assuming 4 was something they avoided because of 3, which I guess understandable. I did put a little bit more time into 3. Although I never went through the story, I just did their adventure mode thing with friends. It was like good enough for me. 4 is kind of a weird thing. I remember when people were like doing the first doing the beta, and when it first came out, they were pretty pleased with it. They were like, "Oh man, this is like cool. I wanna keep playing this." And then, you know, they did play through it, but once they beat the story, it kind of dropped off. It's kind of weird because imagine like, you know, older Diablo games. Even if you do beat the story, it's all about that getting that shinier equipment afterwards, getting the cool stuff to make the numbers get bigger. But I guess Blizzard's attempts at kind of mixing things up for the post game was not met very warmly. Okay, we're at 6, so probably shouldn't spend all my meter just yet. I think one of the things they also added post-launch was kind of like different colors on the HP meter, so you kind of know how much health is going to be lost through various effects like Doom, Poison, and Burn, and other things like that, which is pretty cool. can get an idea of, okay, is it alright if I just like back off now and start focusing on another enemy because the damage over time will eventually do him in. Another question for everyone. What is everyone's like favorite non-Diablo action RPG like in the style of Diablo? The one I would probably say for me is like Torchlight. Gets the closest to being a Diablo without actually being Diablo. I also remember the hullabaloo surrounding Diablo 3, and with Torchlight 2 kind of coming out in close range too, had people flocking over to that because, you know, it's like a Diablo that works and isn't always online. I think to a lesser extent people got into like Path of Exile. I know I have a friend and my brother do play that a bit. Although from what I've read, it's not the kind of game you kind of want to get into without some sort of guide. Especially when it comes to that skill tree. Jeez. I have like a couple other games that are very much in the vein of like the Diablo like that I keep saying I want to get to, but I have not yet. There's like Titan Quest and the succeeding game that that company made. I really want to check out. Okay, this is the last set, so I should probably just spend all my charges. We're going all out, baby. Don't stop for nothing. Heh, poisonous blood. Would have been useful earlier. Alright, in any case, nice thing is when you defeat the required number of Lords of the Void, they just magnetize everything to you. Materials, experience, everything. So you don't have to worry about running around and collecting the last few bits. You just go to these portals. And the first time you go through, you have to wrap up the stage. But like after that, you can either choose to go take the red portal, which ups the difficulty, or take the purple portal, which turns it into endless mode, but still kind of ups the stats in a way. Or blue portal just exits the stage. GG. You can collect your things and go back to base. So here we are back at this menu. Let's go to the skill tree. Here we go. Nice thing is that if they have points to spend, you'll see it like in the corner here. So you do have to like spend a certain number of points to keep revealing more of the skill tree, so you can't just like beeline your way to the good stuff. Which I guess makes sense because like along the line, the main line are like runes that you can unlock to you know, power up your character, so I could perhaps see why they would want to meet those out at a more measured pace. Wish there were some way to tell how many points you need to unlock the next tier. Whew, okay. See, good thing I didn't spend all my points. Unlocks the following rune. Gambler. Increases damage by 10%, but your other active skills are chosen randomly and cannot be changed. Ooh. All that for a 10% increase? Eh. It'll make a nice addition to the collection at least. So yeah. The skills with the kind of the fancy borders around them, they have the stat ups that will affect every character, so it's one incentive to kind of level up every character, so that makes all your characters a little bit stronger. And then we have over here the blacksmith, which you can use to forge weapons, which will change the stats, but more importantly also unlock new skills that will be added to the pool. Like for example, I can unlock the fire weapon here, which will add a weapon, a skill to the pool, and also a unique skill specific to that weapon. So I think there are like certain runes that will like add weapon skills to the pool, but yeah, omnipotent. That just adds everything. It's a little crazy. Oh yeah, that's... I was leveling up the Chaoswalker so I could specifically get all the versatility runes, but now that I have that, let's switch to another one. I think it was the Sentinel. Yeah, I think that was it. Let's see, I think I like this weapon. We'll select this. What do we need for materials? Probably... Let's go to the Whispering Grove. We'll switch it up. We'll change things up. I'll go... Yeah, like some other Horde survivals, they also have some sort of challenge run options. So if you want to up the difficulty in ways, you'll get more stuff. You'll be able to get better stuff. Alright, okay, so let's see how I do with 4 tiers of curses. I kind of wish they just unlocked everything per tier. It feels like the granularity doesn't really matter because unless you're aiming for certain achievements. Maybe that's it. Yeah, Sentinel is bow and arrow class, and their class mechanic, once it becomes relevant, I will show it to you. This is Shadow. Okay, I probably want to look for either Shadow or projectile skills. So let's re-roll. And you know what? Sniper shot. I'm not gonna lose too much sleep if I don't get like a full Shadow or a full projectile set. Banish AoE. Never a fan of this either. Not a fan of decreased movement speed, especially in a game like this where it feels like you kind of need it. When you got like a bunch of AoEs and enemies bearing down on it, you need to be as nimble as possible. Yeah, we're gonna banish armor. Get that. The old saying goes, the best defense is a good offense. Don't need to worry about getting things that will make the hits hurt less if you never get hit. Oh wait, here we go. This is a class mechanic, the Panther. You find Panther on the field, and then you just gotta hang near them to increase like the taming meter. And once you got that, you can enter riding mode. You get to ride on the Panther, and your stats become better. Just like the raddest thing ever, but the issue there is that you have to stick near the Panther, and the Panther will just move in random directions. It's like not so bad early on, but once the projectiles and enemies become very, very dense, there will be some instances where you don't want to follow the Panther, because if you do, you're going to get your butt handed to you. So essentially means that you might as well just be playing Soulstone Survivors classless. As I said before, they did go back and like sort of improve upon the class mechanics of like other characters. So I am hoping that they will do something like that here. I think the one I'm thinking of specifically is the Paladin, because their mechanic requires you to stay in place. So you had to like stay within the circle until the circle popped, and you would get like energy for your class mechanic. And of course, in a game like this, why would you ever want to stay still for even like a split second? That's how you get bombarded by like everything and eat it. So they eventually changed it so that even if you don't, stay in the light, it will like leave behind a pickup that you can use to. It can like run over, and you'll get like a little bit less class energy, but it's better than nothing. Like I can think of a few ways they could perhaps make this feel better, but it's up to them, right? At the very least, I can appreciate that they're trying to make like each character feel unique, right? There's no the mechanics all feel kind of unique to the character. There's nothing that like feels redundant, so it's not like this is like this mechanic but only for this class or something like that. They all feel like they are pretty flavorful, but sometimes the execution, or sometimes it's like feels like it's like better in theory than it is in execution. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the ones I have, actually. Yeah, they got so much yellow, so much purple in that life meter, it's kind of crazy. Oh my god, they got so many level ups. Oh, always get swift. Just feels fitting with like a ranger type character, right? They feel like the kind of folks who would know to be slippery. See, I saw the panther for like a brief moment, wondering where they went. This is like the other thing about the panther is that there's only one of them around the map, so you kind of have to really hunt around for them. Like ran off and I don't see him anymore. I don't remember if that taming meter used to go down or not. Maybe it's like a specific skill ability that I unlocked that prevents that from happening. Makes it happen less, I'm not quite sure. Come on, Panther, where are you? Alright, well, next set of enemies to defeat. I think the bosses I hate the most are the ones that shoot beams at you. Because those beams really tear you apart, and if you stay in there for even like a split second too long, it'll do you in. Like I said, thankfully my character has all the projectiles, so they don't have to close in too far. Oh, seriously, where is that panther? I just want to ride. I just want to go. I just want to be cool again. I also wonder why a panther. I mean, it's cool, but I wonder if there's like some sort of associated lore reason that I'm not keen on. Man, seems like the panther really did say CEO wouldn't want to be ya. Oh wait, there you are. Okay, so they keep running around. This is what I'm talking about. It feels like you gotta kind of run through the minefield and just try to dodge them, and it's like so many red areas, but if you manage to pull it off, get this. I feel like for all the work you go through to get the panther, you should be able to use it longer. Not that you don't already get to use it for a long time, but it feels kind of short compared to the work you might have to go through to get to it. Oh, panther left me. I'm sad again. Always baffles me. I've read like quite a few stories about people seeming to be like absolutely clueless about wild animals. Like, I think one I read recently about some parents who went and approached a buffalo with their little kid. They were trying to kind of get their kid to pose with the buffalo. And if it weren't for like a ranger that just happened to be there and tell them, "Hey, get the hell away from there," something worse might have happened. It's like, think people are too used to seeing animals in kind of like a domestic context. They're too used to seeing just like, you know, dogs and cats, who the worst they usually get are just being like, you know, mischievous gremlins, and they do not seem to realize that some of them might not see it that way, right? They might actually respond with extreme force to try to stop what they perceive to be a threat. Certainly, I've read a few stories in the past that seem to revolve around kind of people like that getting injured or worse. But yeah, it's a lot of people who don't seem to realize that, look, nature kind of runs on its own thing. It's not all a big show. Can't just do what you wish because, look, we don't control this thing. That's another thing that always amuses me when people like go up to other folks and go, why did you schedule the sunset for this time, or something like that, right? As if you know, acts of nature are somehow controllable. I just think someone out there just like flipping a switch to make the sun go down, and man, it always amazes me. The kind of staggering lack of like knowledge they have in that subject. I wonder if they're like the kind of folks who are like in school and probably said something like, "Man, why am I ever gonna need to learn this? It's not like I'll ever use it." Heaven knows I've seen a few people like that in school, and annoys me. It annoys me. Maybe they're right, but I don't know. I feel like there are some things that might be handy to know, right? Even if you're not going to use it like a lot. It's just nice to know about how the greater world works, so that, you know, you find yourself in a situation like that, you don't make a complete fool of yourself. Granted, I can see the criticisms about how there might be certain ways that certain subjects are presented that makes them seem, you know, unpalpable. And there might be some subjects that probably should be taught in school that aren't being taught, but so I know in the US at least back when I went to school, there was like a very big focus on like standardized testing. It was always a big deal. Every year, there would be like a week or so where we would do kind of like a state-issued exam on the subjects, and after a certain point, like everyone's lesson tend to disproportionately focus on things that they covered in the test. Which is a bit of a shame because, like say, given math, if they maybe tried to show how that kind of knowledge would help you in like life itself, that might be useful. Like say algebra, instead of doing something like, you know, 2x plus 7 equals 45, solve for x. Try to reframe that in sort of context that where, you know, it'll be applicable in life, right? Like you have 45, you have like $45, or I'm trying to think of what would apply, but you know, related to something like say money or quantities of ingredients for recipes or something like that. Same deal with physics. No, physics is definitely not something that everyone is going to need, but it might come in handy if you're, you know, dealing with things like home repair or just like basic motion things. I think I mentioned this story already, but like a couple months ago, I had a cousin and his partner and I were all driving in the car, and he likes having his window down, and we were driving like pretty fast, so the air kind of like was making this really obnoxious sound. And I think you know, my cousin's partner was going, "Hey, can we do something about it?" And then so I just like opened the back window, and my cousin's like, "Oh, huh. I'm not sure why it does that." And I said something like, "Yeah, it's like pretty much has to do with airflow. If you only have one opening, and air has to, you know, come in and out of that one spot, and it tends to kind of makes things sound weird. So if you give them another opening, another area which the air can just like come out, makes the airflow a bit better." It's pretty much the same knowledge with pouring, right? People will usually say either do a partial pour, right? Don't make it so that like all the liquid is coming out of the one spot, or open another hole for the airflow. That way you don't get like that sort of awkward thing where you have like the whole glug glug of the liquid pouring out as the air bubbles are trying to fill in the space that the liquid is exiting. It's smoother that way. It's just smoother that way. Definitely gonna get the tracking reduction time. Kind of already got everything for Sentinel. Wow, I can't believe I did that with no runes. I forgot. The runes update, I think, went and like kind of unequipped everyone's runes, so probably should have checked that before I got in here. Let's go with one of my favorites, the Legionnaire. It's only one of my favorites because the class mechanic is extremely manageable. Let's try that one. Vulcan's Impaler. Probably want to like focus on fire skills. And I got the rune loadout. Let's see if it works. I think I might want to change things up here. Full unequip. I this, and we'll see. Yep, I have a burn specific. Ah, not enough runic power, okay. I need 3, I only have 2. Yeah, we'll boot that, so we can add this. Now we have 1. What can I add? It has a cost of 1. Go with dash mastery. Increased dash distance. Always handy to have. It's like boring but practical. Gives you a bit more ability to evade. That's cool. Well, let's check materials. What stage can I go to? Back to Dungeon Despair? I'm running low on the others, so maybe we'll go there. Let's go to the Frozen Wastelands. I got a fire spear. We'll melt everything up. That's not how this game works, but kind of nice metaphor in a symbolic sense, right? So yeah, the Legionnaire's class mechanic is that they're like 5 ballistae, kind of scattered across the area, and you're picking up parts. Right, enemies will have a chance to drop parts. You gotta deliver these parts to the fixed areas, and once you gather up enough parts, a catapult ballistae will be completed. They will just freely bombard on enemies, right? It's just like extra DPS. Guess the thing about the Legionnaire is that it takes a very long time to kind of build your way to even 1. So, but once you get to that point, it becomes extremely good. Alright, guess we're working on that one. That's where my parts dropped off to. Yeah, this is a very, very slow burn kind of class. But once you get there, it's very much worth it. Alright. So I want either fire or frontal. Hey, incinerating spear. Let's grab that. Man, I've only seen 2 parts so far. Give me more. Want that catapult popping off. Ooh, flame wave. Yeah, we'll get that. And banish that, and area effect. Guess we'll go with burn. The skills already all burn, but why not make them burnier? I do have like the one rune that kind of procs off of burns, so works out. Ah, there we go. And sure, firebolt. So normally the catapults will take like 20 parts to kind of be able to be built, but I managed to get like certain abilities that reduces the cost, which when you add it all up, it's pretty big. Allows you to reach full power earlier. Yeah, I like abilities like these, which still allow you to get on the move and encourage it. Come on, give me like a fire or... Okay, you know what? This works. Chromatic bolt. It's got fire in the tags. Alright, so I need another 7 more. And we'll have this catapult up and running. Or up and launching, I guess. Finish that. Ooh! Purple multicast. Yeah, I'll take that. Of course, they would follow WoW colors for the abilities and stuff here. Oh, man. Alright. Guess we'll take... Oh, shield wall is type thrust? always amuses me when you see the buffs with like an offensive type. I know it's mostly because so it can like synergize with other ability sets, but it's funny to think about. Like, would you really thrust with the shield? I thought shield was more like a bash type of move. I'm not sure if bash is a damage type here. Another 6, and you're gonna see some serious stuff. Alright, 4 to go. Oh, I want to get like more cast rate modifiers for this fella. Oh, one more. Oh, this is gonna be so awesome. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Boom, catapult built, and now it'll just fire, right? It'll just launch projectiles indiscriminately. So it just means my damage just goes up right there, and there's no timer to it either. That thing stays forever. It's there for the rest of the round. So you can imagine how Legionnaire becomes pretty formidable once you get all the catapults built. Yeah, it used to be like a class I didn't pay too much mind to, but with the addition of the catapults, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Maybe that was the intent all along. Well, they did well. Guess we'll go with Venomous. I mostly get the ailment stuff so I can unlock like the dual ailment procs. You can get all the ailments on them. There we go. Cast frequency modifiers. I love to see it. And oh man, I do want to get this one, so we'll save that and get that one because it's a universal boost. Well, almost universal, I should say, because it won't affect shield wall. Yeah, shield wall's getting to boot once I get another fire skill or thrust skill, I guess. Doesn't matter which. Yeah, here we go. Dual ailment. Whenever you apply Doom or Cursed, you now apply Dazed as well. Just make them even worse and worse. Maybe I'll get Storm of Spears. And we'll boot Shield Wall for it. Just an overall DPS boost, and that's cool. Let's see, Firebolt. Or no, Chromatic Bolt has a lower level, so we'll get that for it. Firebolt gets another boost anyway. So yeah, now that we got like more enemies on the field, more parts are dropping, and eventually we'll have another. Oh man, we're one away. We're one away from getting another catapult. Oh, wait, we got it. We got it. Got to get over there. Boom. Catapults are like pretty darn powerful too. As if they already weren't worth like, you know, building. There's even more so now. Damage modifier. Guess we'll get Desperation. And of course we'll get another dash. Already got like a super good dash. Let's make it even better. Super better. I was gonna say super gooder, but know, that's not grammatically correct. Four more to go. Also gonna be good. Fragility, for sure. Yep, gonna get that. Yeah, you see now I got 2 catapults built. They're just coming in with the assist. Does seem like they have like a lot of range. Guess we'll just improve. See which one is lower level and I'll work on that. Alright, 3 catapults built. I honestly don't know if like the catapult placements are random or if they're fixed per stage, but I guess in the end it really doesn't matter. Once they're built, they're just built for good. We'll go with cast frequency boost. Oh man, that's like my most hated attack. The spin attack, cause you get caught in it and it'll tear you up, much like the beams. Gotta be real careful around them. So I get for trying to charge at him. Wait. What was that? My character just kind of went nuts for a moment there. I don't know if that's a class mechanic or not. I have to assume it isn't. Let's continue getting that. Where are we at? 2 out of 20 stored. Alright, another 2 and we can get another catapult available. Oh, this is gonna be good. Here we go. Boom. Alright, one more to go. Another 14 parts. We're kind of nearing the end here. So we won't be able to reach full power until very close to it. Just need another 13 now. 12. 11. a damage modifier. Need some health. Oh snap. Yeah, get damage modifier for that. And that. Okay, 7 more. Do I have it? Yep, I got it. Let's go. Where is it? There you are. All the catapults are built. Now things are really popping off. Yeah, you can see like the fireball explosion. That's all them. That's all them. So it'll be a little bit before we get to the next Lord of the Void fight. Just go destroy some towers along the way. Not quite sure what the towers do. They might be like extra enemies, or they might be providing buffs to the existing enemies. Either way, more targets to destroy, more materials for you to grab. So it's usually worth trying to get to. Okay, I need to get out of that corner. Last thing I need is to get myself boxed in and then womboed to death. Alright. Damage modifier. And again. I think this is like the last set of Lords of the Void here. Oh. It's one of the options they added post-launch was the ability to kind of, you know, lock out selections, because there are definitely instances in which you would like go to press a key, but then you go to skill selection, and then suddenly you just select a skill and like, wait, maybe I didn't want what they had picked for me. So they added that option where you can lock out the key inputs for a little bit of time, so that if you do happen to accidentally press a thing, you don't have to worry about it affecting you. Alright. Just another fight done. I think they also added, like, sort of like a non-instant picking a choice when you go to a portal as well, which is cool. So if you get too close, you can quickly back out. Alright, let's apply Legionnaire skill points real quick. I like how this skill selection is so large that some of the characters need to go out to like an outer ring in order to apply their skills. It's pretty amusing to me. Oh man, I got something in my eye. Give me a moment. Alright, took that opportunity to hydrate as well. Okay, what should I get here? Oh, you know what? I should get damage. Damage is always nice and universal. Oh, I could get like a materials finder boost as well. That would actually be more useful. Get some of that, and then... yeah, and then we can start on... or actually... do multicast. Not that it matters too much. I'm probably gonna switch characters. Try someone else now. Maybe I should do my personal favorite, the Necromancer. This is the character that kind of carried me through the highest difficulty levels. Only because, like, the way they worked was just extremely nuts. Check materials. To the Whispering Grove. I don't think we went to the caves. I think that's like... or actually, no. The last area we didn't go to was... no, we did 3 runs, so... we need the caves and the Scorching Valley, I believe. Yeah, we'll go to the caves for this one. Oh, I should probably check, make sure that I got the runes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I got everything. I got everything I want. Yep. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think it might have taken an attempt to nerf summons because it's like super good, but we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, the Necromancer very heavily revolves around summons. Like even the class mechanic kind of gets you a cool summon, so you'll find parts kind of just scattered around the area. You go pick them up and you'll see like on above the health bar like this mutant flesh golem just being more filled in, and once you get enough you'll get a temporary big abomination on the field that will fight for you. Anyways, the highest difficulty modifiers do add a couple unique wrinkles. Like, for example, now you have like this Grim Reaper-esque figure just kind of floating around pursuing you. Like if you let it get too close, it'll launch a big AoE attack, which super duper hurts, so gotta be mindful of that. This is also like one of the few characters where I'll take like the 7th skill slot because hey, what's better than having 6 sets of summoned allies to fight for you? 7 sets. That way I can like focus wholly on running around, getting parts, and being a general nuisance. I think this is one of the reasons why I like the Necromancer. It's very much fire and forget. Just let your summons do the task of killing the enemies. All you need to do is focus on running around, making sure you don't get hit by attacks. Oh, buffs do come in useful for this one because it does work out. I like speed and cast frequency might not be too bad. Now we're gonna take that out. Get magnetic. Increase pickup range. Uh-oh. See, I have no idea if that blast is like an insta-kill or not, but I don't want to find out. Yeah, we'll get arcane power. For now. I might I might swap out one of those later. I have no idea, like, what stats benefit your summons as well as you. Ooh, frenzied bunnies. We'll take that. Hope I can get chaos golems. That usually really helps me out. Oh, I guess I got an abomination complete. Look at it running around. Fun part is, like, no matter what part you pick up, it'll all count towards completing the abomination. I guess that's why they call it an abomination, right? It's not always going to be one head, 2 arms, 2 legs, a body, and so on and so forth. It wouldn't be an abomination otherwise. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take one of these as filler until we get another summon. Just try to keep in mind to try not to get anything that buffs it. I mean, buffs it on its own. If it happens to buff something else along the way, so be it. Had to be in Legendary, but at least we have like an epic one here. Can increase how many skeleton archers are on the field. Yeah, well, having a personal offensive skill might not be all bad, you know? There we go, Putrid Hounds. Yeah, tag in there. Might actually get this for the summons. Yeah, on the highest difficulty you fight 4 Lords of the Void. And they can overlap. If you don't defeat them fast enough, the next set will come, and then suddenly you got like way more bosses to deal with. And usually that's a sign that maybe you're not quite at the right spot to take on the difficulty just yet. Get skeletal mages now. Come on, where are my chaos golems? Might get multicast actually. Maybe I should have got maybe I should keep Bloodlust. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll just increase my crit chance. Crit damage percentage boost. I swear if I go through this whole round without ever getting Chaos Golems, I will be very disappointed. Then again, I already got like so many dudes on screen, does it really matter? Maybe it doesn't. Seriously, people I don't even know exist are falling to the might of my allies here. We're about to hit our next set of bosses here. Yeah, since I already got like 1 chaos skill, maybe I'll keep Bloodlust. I'll boot Arcane Power if I ever get Chaos Golems. Yeah, even if they are nerfed, you can see their HP still evaporates pretty quickly. It's actually kind of crazy how quickly most of it just turns green. Just turns so green, man. Guess we'll get that. And yeah, sure. Cast modifier boost. We'll get that. And just as quickly as they entered, they're gone. All fodder for my crew here. A lot of parts lying around. I should probably try to move around and get them more. Is it just me, or is Necromancers moving very, very slowly? I guess it makes sense, because they rely on their summons to kind of take out enemies for them, so... Gotta give them a disadvantage in some area. We'll get an extra dash, sure. Over here, beat this fella up. Or, you know, just beat whoever's close by, that works too. As long as they all fall at some point. That's usually good. Got a bunch of rerolls, maybe I should use them. See if I can turn up Chaos Golems. Please, just give me Chaos Golems. Alright, more Skeletal Archers isn't too bad. We'll make Bloodlust better. There we go. Ooh! Helper Elves. Maybe I'll be fine with this. Cause damage and apply slow. That's the one thing they also added, or like seasonal events. Like the first time the season rolled around, they added like special events related to that holiday. I think they have events related to Easter, Christmas, and Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's what they have so far. Oh wow, that felt quick. But yeah. I think they used to be time limited, but now they're not so much anymore. They just have like a random chance for the ability to have it, but I usually think 2 of them. No, they all have like a secondary objective then that you have to try to meet one way or another, and for 2 of them they will unlock like a post-stage boss fight that you have to go through in order to kind of complete the event on that difficulty. But yeah, the Necromancer kind of made short work of the Valentine's and the Easter events. But the way Christmas works, I think I had to get another character to do that one. Still managed to kind of unlock all the associated skills with it. In addition, that's like the big draw. In addition to getting the achievements, you also get like the funny seasonal skills, like my Helper Elves, which is kind of why I remembered that. So that's pretty cool. Personally hoping that like the other 2 maps will get some sort of seasonal event as well. The ones I can see them adding are like Halloween and some sort of general summer event. Seems like the special events that most games will cover if they do special events, right? It's like Valentine's, Easter, summer, Halloween, and Christmas. Pretty safe holidays. What other could they cover? Like maybe Lunar New Year as well, and sometimes like General New Year. We're gonna hear this stage music for only a moment because we got another boss fight incoming. Should probably run around, pick up these abomination parts, so we can get more abominations of fighting for me. So much slowdown. It's gotta be because of my fellas, right? All my fellas. I've been watching a lot of Lethal Company streams, and I think one of the songs there just has a guy repeat "all my fellas" while they got this funky beat playing in the background. Still kind of amazed how much that game popped off, even though it's still in early access. I know I had an update recently which added more enemies, more mechanics and stuff, which people are like super excited for. But you can tell the game managed to get really popular when there are already a ton of mods out for it. Especially when it comes to like the multiplayer front. How many times have I seen streams where the amount of people in a room is beyond the 4 that they usually have? Holy cow. Look at that, even at maximum difficulty, thanks to my summons, it just makes everything evaporate. It's kinda nuts. So yeah, this is like my go-to character if I want to just do some hardcore material hunting. They're just that good, y'all. Don't need to pick up all those parts. I can just leave. I can just leave like that. Victory! See, even with like the maximum multipliers and everything, I only get like 3 levels out of it. Alright, I'll just give him skills real quick. I'm pretty close to maxing this one out, actually. Yeah, get that. Guess we can get this. Oh, out of skill points. Okay. Let's try a new character. I should go with Paladin. This is the one I was talking about where they kind of tweaked the mechanic a little bit, made it a little better. Go with the Scepter of Light. Do I have a rune loadout? No, I don't. Okay. We can go through this. Some of the runes that I usually always have are reroll mastery, because just getting extra rerolls is always nice. There's something else here. Oh yeah, efficient extraction. Because, hey, I need a lot of materials. I still got, like, a lot of weapons I need to have crafted, so that's always nice. Weapons Expert is okay. Helps up your DPS a little bit. Just try not to get too attached to, you know, the special weapon skill. Because sometimes doesn't work out. Doesn't work too well. You just need it for like the extra damage right there and then. Should I get vulnerable exploit? Oh, I know one thing I should get though. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Long chains of multicasting. It's really nice to have. This one's fun too. Kills enemies faster if they're at low health. And so we'll get Dash Mastery. Yeah, the change to runes also means you can only have like 4 runes, so you know, it used to be like you could just have like 5, whatever, but now you can, well, you can have up to 7. They're split between 2 types, and you know, the stat boosting runes and stuff, you only have 4 of those, so it might be a slight nerf to certain builds that might want like 5 offensive runes. Maybe I should get one of these. Or maybe I could get this one. 4.4% more damage per different type of negative effect on enemies you hit. Don't need to spend all the runic power, just need to spend enough. Alright, get Paladin out here in the Scorching Valley. I think this is like the last stage that I have not shown off yet. Yeah, you know what, let's see if we can do tier 5. I mean, the Paladin does have like the one skill that increases damage against enemies, so maybe this will be okay. So yeah, like I said, the whole mechanic is about being in a spot while the circle closes in, and if you're in like long enough, you'll see the meter in the middle kind of increase by a lot. And once it's full, you'll enter a powered up state for a little while. Which is, you know, fine for now, but once you're at a point where you don't want to stay in a standstill for even a second, it's a little discouraging, but they changed that, so. We'll be happy to... I'll be happy that I can still, like, you know, enter powered up mode. Like right here. Right, now they're just, like, super better. I forget what the specific buffs are. Oh, there we go. Divine... Oh, Vengeful. Yeah, smorgasbord of effects. Essentially, you can move faster, hit harder. Long and short of it. I also like how the wings seem like they look like the wings from Diablo. They look like what Angel would have there. Yeah, this is like one of the other maps where they had a big enemies overhaul. I guess gave them something more thematically appropriate. So now you see like things like scorpions and appropriately attired enemies as well. Oh. So yeah, you can see if I miss out, they will still have a small ball of light that I can go pick up. Won't get me as much as if I'd stood in there, but you know, it's better than nothing. Which is what they used to give you. Okay, so I guess according to the skills I have, I'm looking for arcane skills, so... Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking for arcane. Can I get... Oh, yeah, something like... Arcane power. Yeah, we'll go with that. Don't underestimate the power of buffs. Ooh, more arcane. Yeah, we'll go with this. Also have to remember to actually move once I get the light. See, it's like times like those where suddenly a million crosshairs appear on you. It's like, I gotta move. I gotta miss out. And now you can at least get a consolation prize. And you know what? We'll get Arcane Beam. Yeah, there too. That extra ball light came in handy. Can't believe it only took me 0.8 seconds to switch to passives. Sure, it's taken a while to get these first 400 enemies down. Then again, I don't have too much in the way of like AoE skills, or you know, just more bodies on the ground to go beat up other people. All right, let's see how this goes. Ooh, should I swap something out for Arcane Sparks? I've already started leveling up the other skills, so maybe I'll just have to miss that one for this run. Wonder if I might have gotten in over my head. Boss set 1 is already a little bit of trouble. And that difficulty, even at like 5 tiers of difficulty unlocked. Man, it's a lot of level ups. Oh man. Okay. Wow, did I really get everyone? Nice. I think I got it. I think I got it. Multicast. Alright. Oh, hello there. Come on, give it to me. I really should stop doing that. Surely you should just wait for the balls of light if a location is unsafe. Or try to work it out so that I enter in at like the last moment, because that's what really matters. It's, you gotta be there when the thing triggers. You don't have to worry about being there beforehand. It's not like a gradual buildup of energy. Go, boss set 2. 5 minutes in. Still manageable. Uh-oh. pointing me to health. I should probably pick up health. Ah! I want to try to collect that thing and dash out, but I was not fast enough. They thought they could smack me. They could smack me up, but not that time. Oh, even the light bulb like shrinks over time. Up. So one of the abilities you do get in like the global skill tree is like a number of revives. You can get up to 2 of those, so you get 2 chances to continue if you run out of HP. But after that, it's all over. Yep, get that. Buff potency, sure. It's another one down. Man, 6 minutes in and we're only 40% of the way through. Should be able to hit 1500 pretty soon. Alright, another 80. Oh, gotta get out of that corner. I wonder why the Paladin doesn't have as much health as the Legionnaire does. Is it because it's like not leveled as much as the Legionnaire? Although Legionnaire I don't think was like leveled all that much really. Alright. Wow, did one of them already die? I vaporized him that hard. Ah, I thought I could edge in there to grab the light ball, but did not quite get far, reach out far enough. Uh-oh. Saw that line hazard indicator. I was like, oh, better get out of the way, and thankfully I did, because that beam probably would have vaporized me if I'd stayed. No, not the spin attack. Oh, well, wiped him out anyway. This one should go down quick, yeah. I do have that one rune that boosts crit damage, so maybe that's it. Just die even faster once they hit 30%. We're fast approaching 4th set of Lords of the Void. It's a little nuts, to be honest. That's the thing with these games. Sometimes if the ramp up feels very slow, but once things get rolling, boy do they get rolling. Almost like to the point where it feels like you wish they would just get to the point to begin with, but sometimes that's not how it works. Oh yeah, defeated one of them. Get another one. Wow, they're just vaporizing. They're just getting vaporized just like that. Oh, we're back to the funky music. Alright, cool. Oh my god. See that? Just like 500,000 targeting circles on my butt. Okay, I got all the soul stones at least. I have to assume there either isn't health on the field or they're just not letting me know where it is. Also, why am I so goddamn slow? Feels like I'm like a walking tank, which I guess is the point, but still. It's the appropriate response to be, well, I'd like to see you wear heavy armor and, you know, walk normally. Probably couldn't. Probably a reason why they had to, you know, get whole attendants to put people in armor. Thing isn't easy to wear. Sure, it'll protect you real nice, but... I'm really sitting here at just like 26 health on and a prayer. Just barely hanging on. Another 150. We'll be able to face off against the final set of Lords of the Void. Oh, health. I should probably pick that up. There we go, 65. One of the modifiers actually reduces the amount of healing you get, so... Almost feels like essential to find all the skills that increase the amount of health restored because of that. Wow, hypothermia. That'll actually come in handy because I have a lot of slow procs. I can turn them into fragile procs, which will increase my damage overall. And that's cool. Alright, here we go. Hopefully I don't screw this up. I have the Prophetess, the Incarnation of Ice, and another Prophetess. I do find it amusing that you can have multiples of a boss that show up for a wave. Wow, that was easy. Whew. Alright, just grab some stuff here. It doesn't matter what I get. Finally, take a portal. Ba-boom. Done and dusted. Hey, we got to see all the areas and 5 of the characters. That's pretty cool. Back to menu. And sure, let's get some stuff for Paladin here. What was I working on before? Maybe cast frequency, I'll just complete. Honestly, I got like so many soul stones, I think I'm like cool in that regard. Oh, here we go, another health modifier. Maybe I should get this. Yeah, a little bit more health. Why don't we do one more? We'll try for a challenge for this one. I think I might actually swing back around to old reliable here, the Necromancer. And let's see, which difficulty needs materials? Okay, we'll go back to Dungeons of Despair for this final one. Fittingly, the final area. And unlike before, I think I will just stick with a curse intensity of 34. Maybe I should go a little higher. I don't know, I'm not getting like super duper uber material, so might as well stick with 5. I'll go up to tier 5. Maybe I'll get my Chaos Golems this way. I think one of the achievements I've been trying to aim for a little bit is like getting to endless, like, cycle 3. The problem is, despite, you know, not really increasing difficulty in the meta sense, they do up everyone's stats, so eventually it's like you get around to like cycle 2 and everything starts having the chance to one-shot you. It gets to be a bit much. I'm just hoping with like summons around I can make them more manageable. There's another achievement that has you, it requires you to kill like 500,000 enemies, but that one's manageable if you play a lot of this game. Wow, skeleton archers. Just like that. I can dig it. Oh man, okay, we'll get Swift. Can't say no to more dashing. I'm surprised there's no like shadow related summons. Feels like something that shadow class magic, shadow class abilities would fit right in, but I guess they didn't want to like put in too many summons. That's understandable. I guess there isn't anything arcane shadow can cover that can't already be covered by arcane, I guess. Skeletal mage. I got the entire skeletal set. Fateful Strikes. I wonder if I should have swapped out one of the runes for one that gets me like extra banishes and locks every time I enter a portal, since that is going to be my ultimate goal here. Just increase all the damage. Alright, we'll get arcane power for now. Temporary addition. Oh, I guess... yeah, okay, I guess it's Shadow that has the summon types. It's arcane that does not. Alright, you know what? That's fine. I'm cool with that. Can't think of anything that arcane might be able to cover that wouldn't be covered by Shadow. All hail Shadow. Not kidding. Ooh, elves. All this time I still have not gotten my Chaos Golems. Where are my Chaos Golems, game? There we go, first set of bosses. 2 minutes in. Yeah. Ooh. Out of rerolls, alright. Guess elves are gonna be in it for the long run. Agile, I suppose. Let's see, at max health, so I don't want to destroy that health crystal. I got broken anyway. That's fine. There will be more. There will be more where that came from. Finally! Chaos Golems, goodbye arcane power. So now I got like all the permanent summons, I think, or at least enough of them. Uh-oh. The flame beam, just as fearsome as the electric beam. Should I get frenzied bunnies? I mean, they explode, so it's not like they stick around. The other skills already kind of have, like, modifiers attached to them. Yeah, I'll stick with what I have. Get relentless. Boost that damage. There we go. Another party falls. Man. My microphone's positioned in a way where if I, like, slink down too far, then my model just, like, freezes in place and it looks uncanny, so I always find myself trying to straighten myself up, at least try to peek over so that I see my phone and, you know, it'll track me properly. Alright. 1300. Getting ever closer. Yeah, increased cast frequency. Ideal for that buffs is to make the duration longer than cast cooldown. That way you can just have the buff on perpetual motion. Might as well just be a passive at that point. Was it set 3? Alright. Oh man, that saw blade. Imagine, it already does like a ton of damage in loop 1. Just imagine how much worse it gets in subsequent loops. Eventually gets to a point where, yeah, you gotta perfect dodge everything, because if you don't, the slightest tap will probably do you in. Alright, your good is done. Oh. See, I think that was on me. I shouldn't have tried to charge in there while I got like a ton of enemies out and about. get duration. We're actually pretty close to kind of achieving 100% uptime. Boy, the rate which we're killing things, bosses are just coming by super quick. I don't even need to do much. I just need to make sure I'm close enough that my summons will attack the enemies. It's part of like why I'm amused. Why do they have like separate abilities to boost your summon's health and protection? Because it doesn't seem like they need it. Even funnier is that apparently, since they didn't quite have like the mechanics they wanted in yet, summons were actually just had like an inherent massive damage reduction. I think they've since like took that out, but still feels like they can really take a lot of beatings. Which is useful for me, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Hehehe. Ooh, boost all my shadow abilities, sure. I wonder what the abominations count as. I wonder what sorts of buffs it would benefit from, if any. I mean, it would make sense if they didn't, but kind of funny. It'd be fun. It's funny to think about. Ooh, more chaos golems, yes please. I do love having allies that really hit hard, like boulders. Alright, here we go, final set. It all comes down to this. Oh. Hey, there's a 2 over here. Can I have a 2 for 1? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I mean. Or they're taking out the Chaos Bringer, so maybe it's not all bad. Alright, they should be done soon. It's alright, whittle them down. Boom! Alright, loop 1 complete. Now we enter the purple portal if we want to activate endless mode. So everything you have currently just gets deposited into your like home inventory, home stash. I guess I can kind of dig that that the endless mode and like the other mode throws you into a different area, just mix up the environments. I guess just to make sure that people don't get complacent in the off chance that there is one area that happens to be better than the rest at kind of, you know, doing an endless mode. You only be able to reap the benefits once. Another thing I wish they'd do is decrease like the number of monsters you need to defeat the, like, get the next set. Because they do that for like the red one, and I know why they do that for the red one, but I wish they would do that to like some degree for the endless runs as well. In any case, with the powered up state I'm in, shouldn't be too hard to, you know, hit all of the targets anyway and then face off against the enemies. Dang it. None of those skills are good anyway. Sure, why not? 4 dashes. Might come in handy. Do I need... Yeah, I could do that. Or I could get Relentless. What if I just locked them? We'll get that. Alright, now we pick that up. First Lord set. Should I call him a set? Maybe I should call him like a group, party. I don't know. With the way this game calls all your runs matches, it almost feels like a sporting event. I think that's why I call them sets. It does feel like a set. This is the set that's been dealt to you. Now handle it. Oh, you know, I did read about the crew 1 is just going to be like taken completely offline. I think they announced that like a few days ago. They've already removed it from sale, and eventually the game will just be unplayable April of next year, which is an absolute bummer. Because you think like they'd at least like have the single player mode be playable, but guess the way they put it in, it's just way too intertwined. It's a shame because, you know, as flawed as that game was, there were some things that I did like about it, and it's just gonna be a bummer that after a point you won't be able to experience it anymore. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably enough of a demand out there that someone's gonna make an offline version, or you know, like another version of it, but. Yeah, this is like the end game that people always fear, and Ubisoft is just making it manifest. I mean, I get it. The crew's 10 years old. There's probably not that many people playing it anymore, but still, a shame just to see a game that's just gonna go poof like that. Not gonna be able to play it anymore. Especially since, you know, the crew is pretty unique in what it does. Like, even Crew 2 and Motorfest kind of take the series in a different direction, so we only have like one road trip across the USA type of game. Honestly, that's like one of the things I liked about the Crew 1, is that it did the plot did take you around the USA, right? You would do your thing in one region, and then they would tell you to go to another region, and then you would drive all the way there, see the scenery along the way. It was pretty cool. In contrast to Crew 2, where the entire map might as well just been like, you know, an event picker. They even had like an event picker if you don't want to scroll around the map to look for the things you needed to do. It's like the scenery kind of became secondary to the whole multiple vehicles thing. But yeah, poor the crew. You deserve better. Alright, well, they're getting vaporized, so this should be fine. Man, look at all the dudes just running around. I feel like I'm playing Pikmin. Although I don't really have control over my folks. I just get close and watch them just like run up to the enemy and smack them to death. Still satisfying. So you see that 105 damage? It's only gonna get worse from here. Uh-oh. I really do need to just keep moving. Can't stop, won't stop. Also find health pickups, those will probably come in handy. Yeah, you just kite the enemies around so I can go collect the parts and experience. Make myself even stronger. Yeah. I think I find myself yawning a lot. I don't know. Especially today. I don't know. Something about today I'm just feeling a little off. Sorry if that's like coming through in any way. It's weird. I had like a pretty good long sleep last night too. Alright, well, I mean, it won't be all bad once next weekend rolls around. I'll be able to sleep in even more. Well, provided my nephew doesn't wake me up and want me to play with him. That'll probably happen a lot, actually. Especially since I think the visit this year is going to be a little shorter than usual. Just like where Christmas is, you know, you have less time to kind of schedule your vacations around it. Not to mention, you know, New Year coming right after. Powerful strikes. Oh. See, I almost got my number there. Oh, this is only the third set, also. Honestly, if I want to do the endless thing, it might be best to just like try at with absolutely no curses. Even just having a little bit makes things ramp up a bit more. Oh, my summons are still kind of kicking their butts soundly, so maybe it's not that bad. That was 83 whole damage there. I think I used a revive there. I gotta be more careful. I went and straightened myself all the way out. I should probably look up what like the ideal setup is. Where can I position my phone so that I can have, like, you know, the best kind of tracking. Here we go. Next set already. Kill every last one of them. They're tearing through them pretty quickly. It's just a matter of time. Oh man, Plague Bearers just got wrecked. Holy cow. Gotta make sure to watch that saw blade. That thing will cut me up if I'm not careful. There's that saw blade again. It's like the Gear Knight from Castle Crashers. The Mechanical Knight. My cousin's always called it a Tech Knight, which I guess also applies to it. Alright, still have one revive. You're the Eternal Guardian, right? I think you are. Yeah, you are. Oh man, get dunked on. Holy cow. See, as long as I don't get messed up by them, I'm good. Pretty sure by the third loop, most of the attacks will be like Touch of Death. And we're about to reach set 3, or set 5 very soon here. We're just that close, main. Just blow up a couple of these towers before get them ready. Here we go. Let's see if I can be extra careful this time around. I wonder if anyone else has that, like, if they speak for long enough, they just end up burping a lot more. I wonder if it has to do with just me, like, subconsciously just swallowing air if I speak for long periods of time. Alright, 2 down, 1 to go, or 1 down, 2 to go. Oh, this crew's a little bit more durable. Oh, jeez. I thought I'd pass through that nicely, but nah. Nah. I don't even know if that's, like, dashable. Maybe I just get hit regardless. Maybe dashes don't have invincibility frames, they just let you get out of the way more easily. Whew, okay. Loop 2 done. Let's get some stuff. We're actually gonna have to pay mind to what we get, cause hey, we're moving on once more. Once more into the oh wait. Ah, I should have gone to the purple portal, not the blue one. Ah well. I get the feeling. Oh, hydrate. Yeah, you know what? Thanks for that. Whew. Look at that. Redeem's coming in handy there. Alright, back to the menu. Go ahead and level up Necromancer a little bit more. It's not too much for me to get here. I guess you could go with the general area modifier. Yeah, okay. Alright, since that run was done early, let's try another character. You know what? I haven't used Pyromancer too much. Let's get them leveled up a bit. Yeah, we need some runes for this fella as well, so we'll equip a few, get some old reliables in there, and so forth. Wait, where's the one that increases damage based on number of afflictions an enemy has? Oh, there we go. Got another 2 points to spend. Where should I put them? Yeah, I'll just go dash distance boost. Can really go wrong with that. Go with efficient extraction, reroll mastery, and I might actually go with endless refill here. We'll try endless mode with Pyromancer. What level are you? 63. Okay, you're actually pretty high, but we'll dial it back regardless. Should I keep it at 3? Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it at curse intensity 18. That should be fine, right? So yeah, this one's nice at that you don't really need to do much. Just play it normally until you finally get the meter filled, and then the portal appears, and then you can choose to activate it at any point, and I'll get you your super mode. Spanish Unbreakable. Go with Powerful Strikes. Ooh, what? 2 fire abilities? Ah. I'm not too sure about Flame Wave, but I like Firebolt. Now, there'll be other fire abilities. I think Flame Wave is kind of lower on the priority for pickups. But yeah, so we'll cross it and... oh man. Yeah, so for a temporary period of time, I just shoot a bunch of firebirds out at the enemy. Oh, banish Resilient. We'll get Lethality. Increase that crit chance. Ah, Meteor. This is one I like. And Touch of Ice. Go with that. Venomous. Since I do have that one rune that boosts damage for ailments, might as well go for an ailment stacking style here. Ooh, Chromatic Bolt. It has a fire tag, so it will get improved by fire abilities. Although I haven't banished Behemoth yet. That and Indomitable. Alright, Powerful Strikes. I might actually get Fire Shield since it does deal burning damage, which is just helpful for Pyromancer. Ooh. I get Meteor Shower or Firewalk? I'll get Meteor Shower. That just seems like a lot more fun. Firewalk might not be a bad idea if I happen to cross it again. Multicast for sure. What's the cooldown for these? It seems like Chromatic Bolt needs it. I'll give it to that. Launch more Chromatic Bolts. Okay. You know what? I'll get Flame Wave for now. Alright, we're about to hit the first set here. Oh, Conflagrate. Hey! I know that skill. I might actually get this one. Replace Flame Wave with it. Cause enemies to explode. I like explosions. It's a good thing they're both grouped up, so it's pretty easy to kind of hit them both and take them out more quickly. Ooh, Firewall might be nice too, though. I didn't put anything in Meteor yet, so maybe I'll swap out Firewall for that. Having a lasting flame damage area seems like it might come in handy. Go through Relentless. Oh, I don't know why I rerolled. I should just go with this. Increases damage modifier of all skills of type physical. I only have 2 physical skills. Why do the bolts count as physical? Is it because, like, could think of them like, you know, something like, say, arrows, elemental arrows? Because I know, the Sentinel can get those skills as well as other, like, range classes, so maybe that's the aim they're going for. Not necessarily a magic bolt, it's more like a bolt wreathed in elements. Okay, Firewall might be one of those skills. Might be worth getting area modifiers in. Just make them larger. Make more enemies burn when they cross them. Probably Conflagrate too. I could use an area modifier if I find it. Should I just... Well, no, I have a green ability here that boosts damage. I'll get that instead. Man, all the times I get Touch of Isis just so I could get the one ailment combo skill that allows Brittle to proc whenever slow is also applied. And why not? Make the walls even bigger. 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 You know, I feel kind of like unique in the way I kind of consumed online content. I feel like the 2 groups I kind of grew up with were like Giant Bomb It's like the group of game journalists that went and kind of made their own group after the one got ousted due to some conflict of interest related stuff. And then super best friends. It's funny, I started following them because of their short form content, but once they transitioned over to doing the Let's Plays, I still stuck around with them. I guess I found them that funny. But yeah, I grew up with those two groups like the most. Well, whenever I hear anyone else talk about like content creators they grew up with, it tends to be more of the Twitch streamer area. Seems to be like that for my friends and siblings as well. Like one of the few folks who kind of followed the route of the other folks I follow. I think I got that one for kicks, because I didn't have that ability yet, but... kinda hoping I get Thermal Shock, get that one, and then that'll let me just like cycle around and get all the elements. They're already kind of a bit of a handful to defeat even in this first iteration. Which all just circles back around. If you wanna like do the high level stuff, be Necromancer. Still the way to go, even if they've kind of gotten the nerf bat taken to them a few times. There we go, this should help wipe them out more quickly. Honestly, wouldn't hurt too much to get like an area modifier for Conflagrate as well. I could use that. Alright, a little over halfway through. Living on a prayer. I kinda actually am, actually. Why do you take so long to kill things? Seriously. Doing like anyone else after doing Necromancer feels like a real downwards decrease of power. You can feel it. You just feel it. Oh no, don't get stuck. That's the last thing I need. We may actually be at a point where the next set of lords come in before I even defeat this one. Uh-oh, I got hit. You can see the red around the screen. That means I got hit. It's nice to have that visual indicator. I should probably go find the portal. That should allow me to handle these folks more quickly. Alright, they do have an arrow indicating where it is. Alright, things are gonna pop off now. rocked. Why not? Increase my move speed. Feels like I might need it, actually. Alright. Very brief reprieve. We're gonna hit 2600 in no time, flat. I do wonder how the devs came to have those numbers be the targets at which, you know, the next Lord of the Void set come out to antagonize you. There we go. Little 50 health. Alright, final set. And of course, they don't spawn together, but maybe I can group them up. I can kite them so that they hang out together. My god. Their health is barely going down. I was hoping mousing over the status effect icon will let me know what it did, but I'm guessing that's something I have to like mouse over the skill for. Thankfully this is last set at least, so I'm not gonna get overwhelmed by more Lords of the Void just suddenly surprised walking in. Man, I'm getting bounced around. Oh. How did I not get hit by that? Or did I get hit by that, but it wasn't enough to defeat me, which is why I didn't pay that much mind over it. Whew, okay. That's another one done. Should I... You know what? I'm feeling foolish. Let's do endless. Let's see how this goes. Probably not very well. I feel like I'm gonna fall at some point, but hey, we'll at least get some materials in the meanwhile. In the meantime. I really should stop saying that. In the meanwhile, I don't think is a phrase. In the meantime is very much a phrase, and probably what I mean to say. Especially since I get like rather uppity about how certain other how some other things might be said. The one that really gets me, that I see a lot, is peak. For some reason, it seems like literally the only spelling of peak everyone knows is P-E-A-K. No matter what usage of the word they want, or, you know, which peak they have, it's always P-E-A-K. And that only refers to one kind of peak, and that's like, you know, the top of a thing, right? It's mountain peak, you know, peak of your body, peak of human strength, peak of the X form. If you're talking about like, you know, a quick glimpse or a very small glimpse, it's P-E-E-K. Double E's, two E's. That's how you spell that other peak. It exists, please. I know it's getting like real into the weeds there, but how is it that people always go P-E-A-K if whatever peak there is? It's like, come on, the other peak is also a peak and it's pronounced peak, and I know English is stupid and confusing, but still. Ah, there's a portal. We'll just pop it. We'll just pop it now. Got a lot of birds coming out. Might actually get one Leviathan since I got a good number of movement boosts there. Ooh. See, that's why it's nice to get like a complete ability set that has at least like one shared thing between them. Because when you get things like that where it's like, yeah, we'll just, you know, increase a parameter of all skills of type X, and when that's like your entire ability set, it feels nice. So, you know, it's like a substantial increase in power no matter what it may be. Oh man, getting bounced around. Wombo combo. Finally, thermal shock. Now we're gonna get ourselves even better chain of ailments going on here. I do have things that cause fragile, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, these first set folks are already durable. This might be the one where I start getting like multiple Lords of the Void sets coming after me because I can't kill them fast enough. Ah, stop getting hung up on the environment. There we go. I like how I just walked in there without a care in the world. Okay. Oh, ended up costing me a revive. Alright. I'm getting a little careless. I should really dial it back. Especially since I got like this mega offense going on at the moment. You know, they have like a Pyromancer character. I wonder if they'll ever add like a Cryomancer character or an Electromancer character. I think there's still some slots in the giant skill tree, which seem to imply that they haven't implemented all of them yet. So here's hoping. Okay, maybe the dodge is stealthy because I was able to slip through that set of enemies there. Go with Desperation, because it gives a chance to apply Burn, which might chain around to other stuff. I wonder if they have like a sort of a circular ailments thing going on here. If you can link them all and just get like a increased chance to deal every ailment. Starting to look a lot like an MMO health bar. See the raid boss on top, all the ailments they've been afflicted with, and what have you. Pop this portal. Dang it. Lots of fiery rain. Then we will fight in the shade. I always just like the idea of no matter what the element of magic you have, you can always modify it to just deal everything. It's like they all turn into like sickness bolts. You get hit by it and you're just suddenly afflicted with everything. You need all the medicine. It's a little nuts. You actually get bigger fire shield, or at least a more covering fire shield. Uh-oh. I forget what those purple areas mean, but can't be anything good. Oh man, my portal's not going to be ready. Well, probably won't be ready once the boss rolls around. Or maybe it will be. Yeah, okay, it'll be ready. I just have to wait to pop it until the bosses show up. Make sure I don't do it before then. Yeah, here we go. Pop off, my friends. Can either keep everyone at bay or super take down the boss. Whatever is up to you. Mm-hmm. Alright, one down. Two down. Alright. And, yep, get that. And go. We're out. Body count's rising pretty fast. Probably hit set 4 here pretty quickly. Oh man, what was that? Is it just like an enemy getting hit? I almost thought it was like me for a minute there. Looked down my health, I was like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. It's probably the other guys. Alright, here we go. Not the dreaded beam. It's more like a flamethrower. Oh, okay, we got 2 beam shooters. Fantastic. The Eternal Guardian, the Prophetess, and the Incarnation of Fire. The most hated bosses because of the beam. Second only to the whatever boss it is that does the spin attack. That one's also annoying. Oh man. Didn't realize it was getting flamethrowed until a moment too late. We're not even in the final set yet. Well, we can at least take out one guy, the other one shouldn't be too bad. Oh. Man, I zigged when I should have zagged, and I went right into a saw blade, and, well, that's a GG. Couldn't even get the other green soulstone. God dang it. Ah, well. I'm already swimming in soulstones, I shouldn't get too fraught over that. Look at that, 128. Looks like 1 or 2 missed here and there, seriously. The upgrades don't require too much. It feels like for the most part, I can stay ahead of needing to spend supplies. There was a brief period in which I kind of ran out of minor soul stones to increase everyone's abilities, but I think I'm back up to an okay spot. Oh man, still not enough to unlock the next rune. Yeah, that'll be my next goal, just like unlock all the offensive runes. But yeah, you can see here, just like a couple of question marks. Quite a few of them, actually. 3, 6. So looks like 8 more characters they're probably looking to implement. Already got, it's been a pretty good spot though. Lots of carrots on a stick to go for. Like the runes, the increased runic power, all the various skills you can get here. Man, I'm very close to getting that 500,000 enemies. And let's see, where's the one looking for? Where are you at? Yeah, 100% of the Unless mode cycle 3. Only got 40% of the way through. I'm assuming that's like the second set of Lords of the Void. Fell to the third set, it would appear, but yeah. I'll get there eventually. In any case, I think that's been a pretty good look at what's been added in Soulstone Survivors. Still making good progress. Hope they managed to keep adding cool stuff and maybe a few reworks here and there. Yeah, looking forward to what they got next. I'll probably come back in a bit after a couple updates, but for now, I think I could call it here. Thanks to everyone who came by, came and lurked, came in and interacted in one way or another. I appreciate each and every one of you. This week's going to be a bit of a special week because, again, this weekend is going to be holiday weekend and I'm going to be out and about, so what I'm thinking I'll do is stream on Tuesday because that should be like shortly after the Vampire Survivors Among Us crossover DLC comes out, and of course I want to take a look at that. And then Wednesday will be Forza Motorsport as usual. So just 2 streams, and they're going to be weekday streams, but hope you look forward to them. So yeah, I'll be on Tuesday next. We'll take a look at Vampire Survivors. I think it's called Emergency Meeting. Anyways, let's look for someone to raid. Alright, music's gone out, so let's see if I can pull up some tracks here for us to listen to while I look for someone. I have a whole playlist here. Cool. Okay, there we go. Okay, make sure it loops, and now I look. Let's see who is out there. Who can I raid at this hour? It should be like afternoon/evening in the US, so I'll find quite a few folks. It's just a matter of picking someone to raid. I might have mentioned this before, but I do dig the music. It's got a bit of like a kind of a mystical techno vibe to it. This is a fun combination of things to say. Alright. Might have actually found someone. Ah. Don't think I've rated them yet, so... Ah. Stop raids for now. And let's see if they have their raids open. Ah, cool. Went through. Okay. Neko Lucy is... Or is that Loose? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, we'll find out. But they're playing Super Mario RPG, the remake. That's pretty cool. I want to get that at some point. Won't be till much later, though. But anyways. Raid message. What should our raid message be? There. Super easy layup raid message. If you're joining in on the raid, give them Soulstone raid. If not, have a good rest of your weekend. I will see you Tuesday.